Wendy says she has worked hard for all of her successes and never benefited from white privilege. So she does not understand this victimization culture, as she calls it, that's going on right now. And then there is Renee, a different Renee, who says the term white privilege should be abolished because it just does not exist. Take a look.
I don't feel like I ever benefited from the so-called white privilege. I was raised in a blue-collar family. We lived in a black and white neighborhood. I never felt that I was given more opportunities than any of my African-American friends. I do believe that people of color are the most privileged in this country. They are afforded luxuries that are not given to the white Caucasian person. From when I was a small child in grade school, and my African-American friends would all get free lunches, and I would go home and be like, why is that? I worked for 10 years as a subsidized housing manager, and I got to see firsthand the privilege to minorities. All the news wants to talk about is the white policeman who shot the young black boy running away. Well, if you weren't causing a crime, then you wouldn't run away. If it walks like a duck, talks like a duck, it's a duck. I do think that African Americans are making a point to fuel racism in this world today, and that this term white privilege is one way to bring it to the forefront. I absolutely believe that the term white privilege should be abolished. Privilege should be earned. Privilege should not be afforded to you just because the world says that you are a minority.
Okay, well, joining us in the audience is Renee and Wendy, and thank you all for being here.
Thank you for having us.
It's good that you're having this show because what we see in the media is that we are constantly blamed and shamed for being white, and we don't know what to do. If I'm part of the problem, the white privilege problem, I have to be part of the solution. Right. I have to be able to be heard.
You have to admit there's a problem before there's any solution.
We have to understand and be able to have this conversation that says, look, we want to get to a society which has much less racism, but we're not there yet.
We just want to be equal with everybody.
But you're asking for that to be...
We're all Americans.
You're asking for that to happen now, but it can't happen now because it's not. We're not there yet.
It's a national...
We're not there yet. Let me just say. I mean, I have a PhD and a law degree. I have been asked. People have looked at me because of how I look and my son looks. They've looked at me, white people, and they've said, do you speak English?
Wow.
You know? I mean, I've been told...
like you said.
And they say it real slow, don't they?
Yes, because they're trying to, you know, and I'm like, I answer real slow, too.
Slow and loud.
But we're not there.
But one of the ways we get to solutions is by listening and hearing. Right. You guys keep pushing back. You're so defensive. You won't let
We're just frustrated and tired of being attacked.
We're not attacking. We're trying to educate. And we're all telling you that we still on a daily basis experience racism, microaggressions, and if we're going to change this, you ladies, you white women, listen. You've got to listen and hear us and try to empathize with our experiences.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the myth of meritocracy and what that means. We'll be right back. There's something called the myth of meritocracy. People thinking that success today is all based on merit.
Lyndon Baines Johnson, the great president, said that when you start out in a race and you got the lead, everybody else is trying to play catch up and it takes a long time, but the people in the lead think that they were there by merit, they worked hard, and you did. But here's the point. Everybody's hard work doesn't count equally. We don't want people guilted. That's not the point. But convicted is different than guilt. Convicted says, you know what, I came to this awareness. I understand now what it means to have privilege. Born on third base, think I hit a triple. But it's not individual, it's the collective enterprise. So stop being defensive and learn to listen.
I really want to thank all of my guests today. A special thanks to comedian Ronzo Bowden, Arkansas police officer